think we both. Obviously we love winning. We both wanted the best for Man Utd. I know he was critical towards me at the end, almost saying I was running the dressing room, but I was. Senior players run the dressing room because, as you know, at club level, managers are very rarely in the dressing room, at the training ground particularly. And you ask any of the senior players, when I was at Forest, Stuart Pearce, Des would organise it. When I first went to Man Utd, Robbo, Brucey, Eric, they'd be organising stuff, they'd be running it. Senior players ultimately run the dressing room. So that kind of role fell on me as I was getting older, of course. And I was playing more games, and there'd be Giggsy would be there, and Gary, and we'd be discussing all sorts as senior players. And I'm talking about trivia stuff like the players' pool, Christmas functions, tickets for matches. So that all just, came into was part of my role. But I still don't think I ever kind of crossed that line with anybody where I felt I was kind of more important than the other players, or I would question anything at the club. No, I was there to try and obviously help people, drive people on. Did I make mistakes and get a few calls wrong? Probably, yeah. But I also like to think I've got a few things right in terms of trying to help players, motivate them, train properly, etc. Whole things that you're supposed to do anyway. But I think part of my job of any senior player at the club, and you don't have to be a captain to try and do that. It was just as a senior player, you would have to try and set good examples. And what people probably would be critical of me when I was a player, a lot of people would say, and I hear a lot of players saying with their stories, a lot are exaggerated. I was very hard on them, and we used to train properly, and I expected people to be on time, and we give it all for the club. And I thought, yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. But I wasn't necessarily there I was there to win at Man Utd. I wasn't there to be pals with everybody. I wasn't a great one for speeches. I tried to lead by example. And a lot of my talks, if I was ever given to the players, would be before games, and it'd be something trivial. I remember there'd be certain games you'd go, hey lads, remember who we are, we're Man Utd, don't forget that, we're here to win, and that would be it. I never felt my role was more important than what it was, but I knew I had to train properly, I had to try and drive people on, keep people focused, don't be distracted by off the field stuff, and that's what I used to try and pass on to players.